welcome to Whitefall Everlasting, a D&D campaign with friends. When last we left our players, they made their way to the town of Signal, which is at the other end of the continent that they found themselves on after being rescued from an abandoned and slightly terrorized and defiled town. They were brought up in a shuttle and brought to the nearest city, which is this one, the city of Signal. And I actually have a thank you, Google image search.
Yay!
The city of Signal, a skyport town, a bit sprawling, not like a whole gleaming megalopolis like the capital city of Drakengard, but still does pretty well in trade. As colonial cities do, they were an initial. It was an initial settlement, and kind of grew from there, sort of organically. So,
do you know why it's called Signal?
Well, I know why it's called Signal, but why is it called Signal, Laura?
It's called Signal because originally the city was at a strategic point for them to light the fire signal when there would be trouble that was coming further inland.
Did they call Gondor for aid?
My wife, ladies and gentlemen.
Why was it called Signal for you?
And Rohan.
No, that works. I'm going to do that.
All right.
I'm
One
going to use
can only
that.
hope. Canon has
Fire
now been changed.
towers in Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, there's, there can be.
What about Lord of the Rings?
No, but I'm saying, there aren't anymore.
My time has come.
Many years ago, there used to be one of those towers, and that was the first place that it would go up. That's why it was called Signal.
Yes.
Gotcha.
So in the meantime,
I feel like, is there a question?
It's also one of the communication hubs of the Outer Spin, and is certainly the communication hub of the continent of Galewind, and it is the city that you have arrived in from the shuttle. So there you are. As you exit,
we have maps.
I'm sorry. And you have
and
maps.
we all have maps.
Yes.
So yeah.
As you exit the skyport and enter the city proper, you take in the hustle and bustle of the sprawling city. As you've heard, and from what you can all see printed on the maps in your hands, it may not have the metallic skylines of the Drakengard Imperial capital, or the ancient arboreal structures of Stormcrest. Architecturally speaking, it's almost sleepy. Low buildings gathered in assorted clusters, arranged almost haphazardly around a central location. In truth, anyone familiar with Rimward colonization is familiar with the sort of organic... I did this already. The map, incidentally, in the description section, advertisement, it boasts of kobold herders and cattle fighters in Signal's rich history, but you're almost certain that's a printing error.
Not quite, but almost.
You never know.
So here you are in the city of Signal.
You will not like it if you put your face in that candle.
I mean, I feel like that's sound life advice for anybody, but I assume that it's specifically about your...
Yeah, well, the those of us who were here last time will remember that he stuck his face entirely in a bowl of soup. So... No, move. Okay, sorry. Cat interlude. I'm done. Stay away.
Oh, Warwick. So, city of Signal.
Medlil?
Yes.
I recall you said you wanted to visit a library
Yes.
to do some research on, well, various things. Would you mind if I accompanied you?
I mean, you're welcome to accompany me, but you will be researching alone if that is your plan. I'm not a big researcher, if you recall my failed magic school.
Yes, I recall.
Everyone does.
There's a few things that I would like to look up myself.
Certainly. And if you need help finding things that are alphabetized, I'm okay at that. I can read. It's fine.
This would be wonderful. Would any of you like to accompany us?
I would like to go to a library.
Library trip.
Okay. So you can see from the
Hi,
maps. Sorry?
Conrad?
Conrad. Yeah, I can make time for this.
Okay. So you can see from the map that there is a university, and there's bound to be a library on the campus, and if nothing else, there's going to be something around. So you make your way over to the university campus, and you find the Signal University Library. Bigger structure, kind of ornate. When the city architects built the library, they were like, you know what, the library needs to look kind of important. So, I mean,
Biggest library of all.
yes, it has stone griffins outside, framing the stairway up to the main doors. Stone griffin macaroons. Okay.
Why not?
Just a bust of Griffin McElroy, just sitting there. He's unique to a bust. He's got his arms and he is dabbing. No, just stone
What
griffins.
local god is this?
Stone griffins, like the stone lions at outside of libraries, both in Chicago and New York and various other cities. Just framing the
Signal
library.
architecture is freaking weird, mate.
Yeah, this is not what I imagined a library to look like. But if it's a library, it'll do. You guys have known me for a short while now. But you may not know that I have not yet taken my paladin's oath.
You are correct. I did not know that.
It was on my to-do list for a while, but it got slightly sidetracked. So I figured we're in a medium to large city now, and this is as good a time as any. So I would like to go to the library and see how that goes.
Okay. Do you need assistants or witnesses? I don't know how paladins work.
I mean, in the Navy we swear oaths all the time, but I don't think it's exactly the same process.
You need to
It's
get really
the oh
drunk
god,
after.
we're all going to die kind of oath.
All right,
Yeah.
you,
Also, I
all
believe.
right, you mother of the son of a whore! I'm going to cut your fucking throat.
Yeah, I do believe that the paladin oaths work slightly differently, but they should at
I mean, I
least
did
have
that one, so.
some works on the oaths here. And I must admit, I am not quite as familiar with libraries as I would like. So do you have any ideas where to search? Menlil, I'm sure you've been in a library before.
Once or twice?
Yeah. I'm seeing a sign there that says Arcane Arts. Would that be a good starting place, do you think?
No, let's go to the religion
Yes.
section.
Well, so religion sections are good for Kay, would I know this in character?
Yeah, you're familiar enough with libraries that you would know this.
Well, I more meant like paladin stuff.
You,
I mean, I just said I don't know paladins. So I guess
you
not.
have a past. I mean, you're not like an expert in it, but like you've skimmed titles while you're browsing the.
While I was chilling with my
They don't use a Dewey Decimal System. It's a Library of Congress system. So you've skimmed enough titles to know like what kind of books are in certain sections, because even though you've never gone to those sections before, so you've got a passing familiarity.
Okay, so would I know whether to go to arcane arts or religion?
Yeah.
Um,
It would be religion.
Which would I go to then?
It would be
For
religion.
paladin oath stuff.
Well, I
Religion.
mean,
Okay, you're right. You are correct.
religion, history, it really
busy
kind of
for a moment
depends.
with-
Yeah, it really depends on, because you know that there are a whole bunch of different gods, different systems of faith, and different like orders of, say, knightship, and however different it goes. So it really would depend on like Ice's
do you serve
leaning.
a particular god, Ice? I think we
I
might
do
have covered
not.
this, but I don't. Then
I
would
do not
we-
serve God.
Then would we go to religion?
Well, general faith is kind
Okay.
of still. I mean, they're as far as you know, that's the best starting point.
Alrighty.
There's probably,
Whether or
like,
not you find something there
paladin orders
is
and that
depending
kind of
on
thing.
the library itself, because I mean you don't know you've never been to this specific library, so you don't know
Right.
what books it has, but you have a general idea that would be the starting
Okay.
point.
Well, general disclaimer. Most of the time when I'm in libraries, I'm in the fluffy romance section or bugging my boyfriend while he's studying stuff because books. But I think possibly just chilling in the religion section would help us out. Excuse me, 1 second out of character. My cats are going bonkers.
Oh no!
Hey, stop that.
You hear a raucous in a nearby alley.
Menlo, are you okay?
Sorry about that. They were doing their best to murder each other, and I don't want that to happen, at least not while my mother's out of town.
Those cats.
Maggie, don't even think about it.
True.
Are we good?
Okay, animals under control. Sorry about that.
This is good. Yeah, religion looks promising. Let's see what they have.
Give me an investigation roll.
Would that be all of us, or just Ice?
Well, whoever is looking for books to help.
Investigating.
Okay, so-
books.
Me, definitely. Let's see here.
I do not find anything.
Duraza is distracted by a book on crocheting and grabs that and sits down in a chair.
I am distracted by happier thoughts of happier days in libraries, apparently.
There it is. Sorry, I lost my character sheet. I usually have it open. That is investigation.
Yes. So Menel is kind of like browsing the
Staring
titles.
pensively
but-
off into the middle
Yeah,
distance.
just kind of like, you know,
Dramatically.
the last time that you were browsing a library of this stature, you were back in school, and there was somebody next to you, helpfully distracting you from there, and so you remember fondly, or maybe not so fondly, depending on your memories. But you remember that time, and thus you're not really paying attention to the titles of the books as you're skimming along. Johann Ice is kind of looking through, but you don't really know what you're looking for. You know you're looking for something, but you're not sure what. So you don't really find anything helpful.
Not a thing to ask librarians.
Conrad locates a listing of temples in the city of Signal.
Nice. I found this list of temples in the city that may be able to help us with your oaths.
Oh, that'd be great. Thank you.
It's a little
The
older.
Raven Queen?
It's a little older. It's about 20 years old. So you don't know if it's fully up to date, but it is kind of a city guide to the religious institutions in the city.
Can I
Yeah,
see a
they'd probably
busybody
be
and
able
look
to
over
find-
his shoulder to see if there's any Raven Queen locations?
You can. And there is.
It's
Cool.
it's an older list, but I mean it's not like temples get up and go anywhere, so it should be fine.
Yeah. Plus we have the maps we can cross-reference.
That
This
sounds
is
awesome.
wonderful. Thank you so much, Conrad.
Not a problem.
So you see
Maps are one of my specialties.
a listing of the temples in the city, and this is again 20 years ago, and a lot of them are devoted to very specific gods. There's a Temple of the Raven Queen over by the city cemetery, which is a fairly reasonable place for the Temple of the Raven Queen. There's a temple to Pelor. There's a temple to a whole bunch of different gods, and there's a couple of non-denominational chapels on that list. Unfortunately, the map in that book that's 20 years old does not exactly match the current map that you got from the City Information Center. So you can
it is a tourist map, so it could just...
There has been 20 years of urban development and restructuring. Some of the streets are different. Some of the general layout of the city is the same, so you can approximate where some of those temples are, but you can't really be sure they're still there.
We've got time. We can go and see the sites and see whether there's any sort of particular temple that, might not necessarily be on the map, but is, suited to our purposes.
There is one that you can approximate is in the center of the town.
Right, I mark it on my map.
The general location.
The general location, know where we could go. So grab a pen, red circle around that area-ish. This is good. This is very, very promising. I know my old training mates. They knew quite a lot about this stuff, so they told me some of the possible oaths that a paladin can swear. And I think I would like to swear the oath of the ancients. That there is a ritual. I know most of the details, but I could use some more details. Would you guys help me look for that? It should be in the religion section again.
Sure. You know what? I'm actually going to go look for a librarian. I might be more useful in that endeavor.
Get an employee to do it for you.
Yes. This is a different organizational system than Magic Squad.
While they are doing that, I'm actually going to go to that donut shop that we asked the tour guide earlier and get some donuts.
There are lots of donuts.
I should certainly hope so. I would like to get a dozen donuts because researching without donuts is it's apostasy and I will not have it.
You
not like researching with me.
You purchase a dozen donuts. It is a magnificent assortment. Roll for jelly. No, I'm kidding.
No, there are no
We don't
jelly
give us jelly
donuts.
donuts.
There are no jelly donuts. We've had this discussion.
The only kind I can eat.
All right.
Anyway.
So,
You are not your character. You will enjoy the donuts that I provide.
Maybe. You don't know. You don't know me. You don't know Menelil. You don't know her life.
How much do the donuts cost?
They're artisanal donuts.
Is there any other kind?
Yes. I mean, you could go like the knockoff bargain bin, like Krispy Kreme, Fantasy Krispy Kreme, Sky Pirate Krispy Kreme.
Excuse you, sir.
But Signal does have a burgeoning hipster community, and so there's an artisanal donut shop.
If anyone I
If
know,
you think that Conrad Hicks is going to do anything aside from artisanal donuts, you are mistaken.
50 silver.
50 silver. That is fantastic. I pay it gladly.
They're very expensive donuts, but there's like there's like a red velvet donut with cream cheese frosting on top, and maple glazed cruller with a slice of bacon on top, and
I eat that one on the way back.
these, incidentally, these are all real donuts that I had last week. So, when I say artisanal donuts, I mean Chicago knows they're artisanal donuts. We got plenty of good stuff.
Chicago has artisanal everything.
Vanilla bean cupcake donut with like actual flecks of vanilla bean, like in like the proper kind. It was really so good. So.
Does that give us like a bonus to our investigation check?
It gives you a bonus to contentment.
When he gets back, can I smell that there once was meat in that box?
Yes.
Yeah, I look at him. Just dirty look.
I have no idea what you're talking about, and quite frankly, I'm a little bit hurt.
Alright, so you go up to the front desk, and there is a almost hawkish-looking elven man with horn-rimmed glasses on a chain, kind of dusting the stacks.
Hello. This is Menelil.
Oh
Very
yes,
cheerfully.
hello.
So my friends are looking for Oath of the Ancients, right? Oath of the Ancients. Do you wouldn't
That is
happen to have
correct.
any information floating around on paladin oaths, would you? Specifically, the Oath of the Ancients. We're looking through the religion section, but we are not all of us fantastic scholars.
That's not something that I've seen in quite some time. Let me go take a look. The librarian heads over.
And while you're looking, if in the last, do we know the time frame, Kevin? Did you figure out a time frame on my thing?
Well,
I can't remember.
I
I probably wrote it down somewhere, but I'm
it was a couple months.
a couple months.
I
A
think.
couple months ago, you wouldn't happen to have seen Elvish man, my height, pretty blonde hair, pretty brown eyes, good at researching, less good at hitting things, floating around.
Well, we do have a university here, so you're going to have to be a little bit more specific than that.
I mean, Dannon, shit, I can't remember my own boyfriend's last name.
We didn't go in for like names as such. It was more
It was a torrid love
I
affair. We
mentioned
didn't.
good times in the stacks, right? Dannon Gilthief? Shit. Galathion.
It
I
does.
got this.
The name does not sound familiar, but I can check our records and see if anybody's checked anything out under
That
that
would be
name.
excellent. Thank you.
And in the meantime, he goes and he peruses the religion section, and after a little bit of time, pulls out a somewhat musty book. He gingerly pulls it out. It's like very clear that he's going to have to give the section a very thorough dusting later. A book on general following the just sort of the an older guide to chivalry and a whole bunch of different faiths that knights of the realm undertook. And he flips through and but opens up to a very yellowed page that looks like there was an order of knights that, instead of swearing fealty to specific gods, swore fealty to the realm itself, followed the faith of sort of, not specifically nature, but not exclusive of nature, but of just like of the realm, of the various kingdoms, of they put their faith in the land and kingdom surrounding them. And this looks to be the closest thing to what ICE is looking for that any of you have found thus far.
Boom. Librarian. They're magical beings.
Thank you so much, sir. And before you go, I must apologize for the armor. I realize it's not exactly the most silent type.
Oh, we get all types in here. You would be surprised.
It's like
the
blonde
number.
elves named Danon?
I haven't forgotten. I will look
Okay.
in the records. I was
Have you ever
busy.
seen
You were
students
here.
during exam week?
What was that, Danielle?
Have you ever seen a student during exam week? It's terrifying.
It is, actually. I have been on both ends of that.
Is that everything that you're looking for, sir?
For now, yes. I was wondering, do you have an information replicator?
I can lend you a sheaf of paper and a quill.
Pen.
That would work nicely, thank you. Seriously, there are no fantasy copy machines?
We don't have Aethertech Xerox?
Not in Signal. There
Not
isn't.
yet.
There may be a
They're pretty old school.
mimeograph. There may be a mimeograph in Drakengard, but
They think it builds character here in Signal.
They want the students to be able to write neatly.
Yes.
actually there was a mimeograph, but the less said about the better.
Oh no.
There was a quote unquote incident.
Incident?
Did it involve
When will
an
they-
actual mimic?
When will they not let Bloodguard Steadily Johnson divine things, honestly?
Look, it turns out that when you try to copy a summoning circle, bad things happen.
Students!
Youths.
Get off my lawn and out of my library.
While this is going on, Conrad is eating donuts and reading the fantasy version of the Book of Five Rings or something.
Right, this looks like pretty close to what I need. If you guys, I will need to copy some of this, so I'll be a while.
In the meantime, Conrad is devising a system in which that he can play a fantasy role-playing game with his friends, possibly using dice of some sort.
The Book of Five Rings is actually is a Japanese book on swordsmanship, but okay.
Oh, I got that confused with the Legend of the Five Rings. Sorry.
They're named after the same thing, so I don't blame you.
I thought that's what you were going for. I thought you were making a meta humor joke.
Too meta. Too meta.
No, I mean, Conrad's just a sword dork. He's going to read things about that.
Okay.
He likes swords and the use of swords.
All right.
Right. While Ice is, writing things down, since we're already in the sort of religion-y type section, I just want to do a quick scan of the book to see if I can see anything relating to tempests and the rising thereof.
That's a good plan.
Give me an investigation check.
Can I go to history when she's done with that?
Oh, yeah!
Nice!
You don't find anything in the religion section, but you have done a thorough scouring of it. I mean, tempests. I mean, storm. Okay, here. Storm iconography is, unsurprisingly, due to the nature of the world itself, very prevalent in a lot of religions. Mm-hmm. So it's more of being spoiled for choice, but there isn't anything that you've noticed of. I mean, you very easily find the word tempest, and you very easily find the word rise in various religion sections, but you do not find the two concepts put together.
Can I go look in the history section and then use history instead of investigation, or do I still have to use investigation?
You can use your history roll.
Yay! While I presume the librarian is checking their record.
Yeah.
I'm actually trained in history, so I will assist.
13. Same.
Well, do you know that she's doing that because you're kind of engrossed in the book?
No, never mind.
I mean,
13.
you can talk to each other. You can say, "Hey, I'm going to go over to the history section."
She didn't. She just went.
Okay.
Sorry. She was inspired by Duraza and just left.
All right. No, you don't. it's similarly, again, storm iconography, considering that you guys all live on floating islands with storm barriers and a giant central maelstrom, as it kind of prevalent in history, but nothing jumps out at you specifically.
Can I look specifically for stuff about Nazareth?
You can.
Can I mosey over and have a look too?
Do you know she's doing
With
that?
my history. Probably not.
11.
If she's just wandered off.
Yeah.
I did, sorry.
I mean, you can come to that thought pattern yourself.
Yeah, I mean, if I didn't find anything in religion, and I am trained in history, well, I'm proficient in history.
Yeah.
So that seems like the next logical step.
Okay, then yeah, go ahead, give me a history roll.
So, question. Technically, as a Storm Sorcerer, I get advantage on charisma checks to do dragons. This is not charisma at all, but was wondering, given my particular background, if I would be able to do a little bit more finagling in here.
I'll give you advantage on that.
Okay. Didn't help. 11.
What would you like to know?
Because I remember the time, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
Just was looking around to see, like, I guess more accounts of what exactly happened near the end.
Everything that you can see, you can find in this library, and there's a archived periodical section in the history section as well. So you're able to look up on the steampunk microfiche machine, which totally exists.
But no copiers.
Well, miniaturizing and
you.
projecting is one thing.
I'm
Copying,
teasing you.
summoning circles.
The Mimex.
The newspapers you find are all ones that you've seen before. I mean, there's not really any new information archived in this library on the fall of the Black Dragon Nazareth. He attacked multiple cities, the Grand Citadel, the Imperial capital of Drakengard, and it was actually above Drakengard that the final battle took place, and there were armies from all sorts of the different kingdoms, fleets. Some other dragons helped out. There was you know this because you were looking specifically for it.
Right.
You found a few references to a small flight of bronze dragons that didn't really get that much of a note, other than holy shit, there were some bronze dragons that helped out. But you were looking for it, and you were like, haha.
Okay. Cool.
But you, I mean, unless you're looking for something specific, like very specific.
I guess how he died was what I was. Theoretically, if he's rising again, then I want to know if he's actually rising again, or if these are just fanatics.
There's nothing in the stored newspapers. You may have to ask somebody who was actually there.
Cool. Let's all go home to my home.
Anything.
All right. Sorry. Nothing. I close the book with, or I turn off the projector with a frustrated kind of flick of my nails. Just.
Anything else in the library?
Well, Daraza was looking and got a much better score than I did. I see looking over there.
It's the same thing, really.
Oh.
Although Daraza wasn't
Nothing
looking
particularly
specifically
fancy.
for the bronze dragons, and so whether or not she noticed it is entirely up to her. You were looking specifically for it, but
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go back to the library and then look hopefully at him across the desk.
I do actually have a record.
Ooh.
This was about 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
Um,
Okay.
there was somebody who, under that name, was looking for a book that we did not have. And I directed him to the Royal College of Drakengard.
Okay. What did y'all not have that he was looking for in your fantastic collection?
We didn't actually... Whoever was on duty that day didn't actually write that down. I'm gonna have to
Who
talk
was
to him
on
about
duty
that.
that day?
Susan.
Susan. I love the way you said that. Is she coming in today for a shift?
No, she's not on shift again until next week.
Ah. Okay. You wouldn't happen to want to tell me where she likes to hang out, would you? Like, because that would be more creepy than what I'm already doing.
Whatever students do on their own time is entirely their business and none of mine.
Students.
I'm sensing a lot of hostility towards the students of higher learning institutions here.
I am one.
You have
I feel entitled.
You have a feeling that the hostility is more directed towards this one specific person.
Gotcha. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm glad to be of service.
Creeper elsewhere. Have a great day.
You too.
Right. I get up and fold up the piece of paper that I was writing on, stuff it in my pouch, and put the book back where I saw the librarian take it out.
Okay.
I look towards Menelil and Raza and nod. I'm done here. Thank you so much. I would like to go and check out the temple. Do you think you'll be here long?
Yeah,
I'm
let's
gonna
go.
head over to general admissions at the college.
While they're doing that, I'm actually going to put my book back and start looking to see if there's like a dueling club around here or anywhere that's like see if there's
Unless
like
one
a
of you
fencing
need
club
me.
that meets or something like that.
Unless one of you need me, in which case I will, of course.
Duraza,
Yeah.
you said that there was a specific inn that you wanted to perform at.
That's right.
Would it be an idea to meet up there after we've run our errands?
Yeah, that sounds good. I'll sort of take out my map and point out to everyone else where it is.
There it is.
You know what? I will escort the tiny bard.
Menelil, if I accompany you to the student admission office, would you like to go look at the temple with me?
Certainly. Could I catch a few more minutes? Could you maybe want to chat with that librarian, like, out of sight of the desk?
Wow,
where there
okay.
Are files of.
Okay, we're
people?
doing this, huh? Alright.
Menelil, what are you planning?
I need to know things.
Menelil,
You're asking the paladin.
what are you
and
planning?
Menelil?
Okay.
He offered his services. I'm a
Menelil?
princess. I'm going to accept a knight's services.
Menelil?
Yes.
I want you to roll a sleight of hand check with disadvantage.
Fuck. Okay. Disadvantage.
Conrad is looking on and laughing
But-
internally.
But did I take the librarian back into the stacks?
We'll assume so.
Okay. 18.
Holy shit.
Dude,
Suck it.
Okay. we're apparently doing this now. Okay. So, you don't find any record of employees in a quick glance, but you do see a schedule, and Susan actually is on duty in about 3 days. The librarian was probably just took a quick glance and misread it.
Mhm.
That's it.
Okay.
But you don't get caught. That's important.
That is important. Damn. Is there an office?
Are you
glad that
really
that
going to go that far?
I need information. I can't talk to her if I don't know who she is.
Give me a stealth check.
Oh no.
Actually, I would like to take her aside and say, normally I'm all about this sort of thing, but we might need him to be friendly to us later. So let's just step away
Look,
and
I
figure
stick
something
the
else
stacks.
out.
He can't see anything. I'm super sneaky.
As far as you know.
I'm
As far as you know.
very sure that you think so, but just
Look, I have a +5
humor
to
me
dex,
here.
buddy.
this I'm obviously can't stop you. I'm just saying maybe perhaps we can find another way to do this other than breaking and entering.
Is it really breaking if the door is unlocked?
Yes, it is. It is indeed that thing.
Well, it's entering, but it's not really breaking, right?
I took 5 years of college rhetoric. I can do this all day.
I'm not trying to be rhetorical. I'm asking a literal definition.
Legally, yes, it is still considered breaking and entering. I know, life is unfair.
Mortals. Okay.
That attitude is not going to help you later on.
Fine.
You can't see me, but I almost fell out of my chair laughing so hard.
You cut out there, Kay, sorry.
So I was saying, you can't see me, but I almost fell out of my chair laughing so hard at that whole exchange.
I'm just saying, let's not tempt fate. We might need this librarian later.
Alright, so what are we doing? Are we,
I guess we're going to Office of Missions with Ice. Or the Temple, whichever he wants to go to first.
I'm keeping the rogue from, robbing everything blind.
Me?
And she's not even a rogue, is she?
I'm a sorcerer.
we're assuming that
sorcerer's
Ribs is
doing
also around somewhere.
I'm just super dodgy and shit. I don't know.
You're twitchy.
No, not at all.
Alright, so what are we doing?
I'll follow Ice.
Okay.
Sure.
Alright,
I'm gonna cast one longing look back over my shoulder at so.
I'll just take her by the just let it go, honey. Just let it go.
Please don't call me honey.
Alright. You, excuse me. You wander off through the city streets with a promise to meet up for Draz's thing later, and you set off in search of a temple. You pass by the occasional chapels to various gods, some that are familiar to you and some that are not. But none of them, as we know.
Simon, do we really need a biscuit god, really?
Obviously.
Look, sometimes it's just time to make the donuts.
Simon, the god of biscuits, and Nathan, the god of hairdos.
Do we pass the graveyard of the Raven Queen?
No, but you can make a stop there later if you want.
No, that's fine. I was just, if we passed it, I was gonna duck in and be like, yo, non-denominational temple, one worshiper to another.
None of them really strike your fancy or appeal to your own personal drive, Ice. Your personal drive, that the flame of your belief so strongly that the world can be made better. As you ponder this, if you think about what you want to do, you're only dimly aware that your feet are taking you down streets that you don't particularly remember deciding to traverse. And you find yourself drawn towards the very center of the city. As you break through a bustling intersection, you reach an almost secluded garden, smack in the center of the city. Although it has entrances to all the city's main wards, and looks like what should be a central hub, it is sparsely populated. A few commuters are traversing the streets, but they are a rarity in this quiet park. In the center of an octagonal field of grass lies an abandoned, overgrown chapel. As you look it over, you don't see any affiliations to one particular god. But although it appears to be abandoned, you can tell that whatever purpose it once had, it still feels right to you somehow. It feels safe, inviting, and exactly what you're looking for.
Okay.
Does he
Menlo.
stop? Do we know? Yes.
Would you look at this? What can you make of this temple?
I'm sure it was a very nice temple before everyone just kind of left it here. Do you like this temple?
Yeah, it feels... I don't know.
And it's a wonderful temple. It's the best temple there ever was, I'm sure.
Do you guys make your way inside?
I'm gonna check it over for, not trap, I guess. Traps isn't really what I'm looking for. I just want to make...
Roll to avoid traps against tetanus.
I just want to make sure there's no, like, weird spells on it left over from, like, all sorts of things.
Okay,
Yeah, I'd
you're
like to,
you're not gonna be happy about this, but give me an Arcana check.
Arcana...
You're looking for spells.
Okay. I know.
I'd like to walk around...
My time in the library, it's all coming back to me now.
There are no lingering enchantments.
Okay. Seems safe. Or at least from a magical standpoint. I don't know about other standpoints.
Probably
Yeah.
won't burst into flame.
I'd like to... I'm walking around the outside perimeter of the temple
Okay.
and make my way back to the main doors, looking around, seeing what I see. Do I see anything other than the description you've already given me?
I mean, you see more specific parts of it. There's broken stained glass windows, creeper vines crawling up the walls. It's kind of a neat look. You're really digging the aesthetic. You don't
This
see
is good.
anything
I like this.
other out of place aside from the shattered stained glass windows and the creeper vines and.
Yeah, is the stained glass shattered to such a degree that I can't see what it used to be?
You can tell that there were sort of abstract shapes, just stained glass for the purpose of being stained glass. There weren't like specific designs. I mean, like specific like images. There were like designs, but nothing like specific to gods or to events. It was just kind of a general. It's like one of those non-denominational chapels inside hospitals or or stuff. There's not really specifically one of anything. It's just kind of vaguely churchy.
Right. Make my way to the main doors and I knock.
No sound. The doors are unlocked.
I open the doors and I make my way inside.
All right. You enter the chapel, and you make your way to what remains of the pulpit.
I'm gonna call after him. Do you want us to go in with you or stay out here?
So,
Come on in. If we're gonna do
Okay.
anything, it's not gonna be now.
so this is what you see.
Okay.
That is nice.
Pretty.
That is very nice indeed.
The stones are covered in moss, and actually climbing roses have broken through the plate glass windows. But what would otherwise in other situations appear uninviting is instead homey. It's peaceful here. It's still morning. Sun streams through the broken windows with a shaft of light hitting the pulpit directly.
Okay, so it is morning.
It's late morning, but it's still morning.
Right. This looks perfect from what I've seen, from what the rituals are. Menlil, the oath requires at least one witness, and needs to be done at the first light of dawn.
Okay.
Would you be willing to come with me tomorrow morning?
Sure. I like Dawn.
Thank you. I am honored that you would do this with me.
No worries, man. She kind of claps him really awkwardly on the shoulder, if she can reach him. How tall are you?
6'4".
Really awkwardly on the shoulder. He's almost a foot taller than she.
All right.
Yeah, this is perfect. What do you say we make our way to the inn? I'd like to prepare.
Okay.
So you head to the inn that Duraza wanted to go to. This is the Reaching Rock Tavern. And there is a sign on the door.
Uh-oh.
The sign says 1,000 gold prize.
Ooh.
Hang on. Let me get the...
Doesn't say anything else.
Nope.
Who even knows what this prize is for?
Yeah. Could just be, 10th, 100th person to enter the bar.
Please be fencing, please be fencing, please be fencing, please be fencing.
There we go. There we go. Alright, so inside the tavern, it's bustling, and you see a stage set up. It looks like there is going to be some sort of event this afternoon. Duraza, you've heard of this event. This is actually one of the reasons that you wanted to come here. There's a competition that this tavern puts out every once in a while, and invites all comers, and in front of whatever audience it can get, to try to outplay each other, and whoever is the best performer of the night gets a prize. And it's usually not just the gold listed, but often some information.
Interesting.
And the information it varies depending on what information is available, but sometimes it's hints of treasures that people have heard of that haven't really made their way around, giving the winner of this tournament first crack at it. Sometimes it's legends that have made themselves known. Sometimes it's bounties. If the people...
Play them all.
Sure.
Yeah, she was calling up a chord, I'm sorry.
Oh, sometimes it's bounties if the people who are interested in that sort of thing. But it's definitely worth looking into as far as you remember.
Yay.
And 1 second, finish getting stuff in. You see that there's already some competition. Now,
Uh-oh.
as you approach, and if you are so interested to put your name down, which I don't know if you are, but there is hang on, almost ready. So there's not really a lot of competition tonight, but there is one, and you see in sort of a red jacket, a dark-skinned forest elf, long black hair, dark brown eyes, idly tuning a harpsichord that's set up at the on the side of the stage. If you were to perform, this would be your competition.
Okay.
So,
I
and
think it's probably worth a go.
just
I'll cheer for you.
and
So
when I say
who
you
is
have
Sabra
competition,
S?
when I say you have competition, I mean you've got competition.
Right.
We're just waiting for her to get finished
Yeah.
setting into Discord. I'm excited about this. I actually spent a lot of time yesterday setting up the arranging all of this. All right. And of course, it figures that technical difficulties.
Pardon?
It figures that there would be technical difficulties as I set up a special event, so now everyone's got to
Sorry, guys.
wait.
That might be my fault.
No.
Just for existing here in the same time and space as the rest of you.
Human EMP.
Mac computers just shut down when I start typing on them.
Well, I mean, if it's a pattern, we can avoid the pattern by not using Macs.
I do. I'm just using that as an example of the things that happen with technology. This computer has served me well for many years, and I hope it will.
Okay.
I'm sort of afraid of getting a new one.
She's
If it
got
doesn't like me.
Discord up, and she just needs to actually join the voice channel. In a moment.
Do.
Woo! There we go. Hello?
Hello.
There we go. All right. So I just described your introduction, ladies and gentlemen, and our non-binary pals. We have a special guest tonight.
Hi.
So
Hello.
Hi.
casually tuning the harpsichord on the side of the stage.
Is that what they're
Sabra, who
calling
is
it these days?
playing- Yes. Who
That's exactly what they're calling it these days.
All right. So, Draza, you've signed up.
Mm-hmm.
Jean, you've signed up.
Yes, I have.
We ready to get this underway?
Yes.
Okay. Ladies
going to
and
pick a
gentlemen. Sorry?
I'm just going to pick a chair here and watch the spectacle.
Same.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time is now for our monthly competition. Here we have 2 special acts tonight. Yes, hi. Sorry, I'm in the middle of a game, sweetheart.
She just wanted to see you. She was trying to come over to you.
Okay, we also have a cat.
I mean, welcome to my life.
Okay.
Mine is attacking my feet.
Alright, the owner of the tavern stands up. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a special event for you tonight. Tonight, in the Reaching Rock Tavern, we have 2 challengers in this, the Battle of the Bards. Hashtag Battle of the Bards.
Do they have hashtags in Whitefall?
No, but I don't know. You'll see this in the video. I actually put up a little hashtag thing on the video. Hashtag Battle of the Bards. All right. So what we've got here is a competition between 2 people. And what I want you to do is each of you roll initiative
Oh no.
to determine who goes first. Jean, in your character sheet, there's the thing that says initiative. Just click where it says initiative, and that'll automatically put it up. There you go. All right. ladies and gentlemen, we have flipped a coin. Jean has elected to go first. How this is going to work. Alright. You guys are going to play 2 sets of 3 songs each. You're going to make a performance roll after each song. And you're going to, at the end of each set, it'll switch to the next person. And we'll see how the audience reacts. Are you ready?
Yes.
Then let's begin. Hang on. Gotta get some fighting music going on. Where's it? There we go. Jean, your first song, if you please.
The first song I'd like to play for you lovely people out there is called A Stout Heart.
Jean sits down at the harpsichord and begins playing. What kind of song is it? Describe it. The soft ballad, a rollicking.
It is a rock ballad, yeah, basically.
All right. Give me a performance roll.
Normal or
Normal.
advantage? Okay.
Yeah, normal unless I say otherwise. All right. The audience is really kind of tapping their feet, really enjoying this.
Madeline is very stubbornly staying still.
Your next song.
Tapestries. It's more of a crooning number, hits you right in the heart.
Okay. Slow it down a little bit. Give me a performance roll. All right. They're really digging this. And let's go one more. What's your last song of this set?
For the last song of this set, I'd like to sing a little one called An Ode for Guy. It's a love song, kind of tragic, but you can dance to it.
There are a few
Yeah, I
tears in the audience.
I am very happy that my helmet conceals my face.
Madeline's face conceals nothing. She's in tears.
All right. So, with those songs, the audience is already kind of swayed towards Jean. But now, Deraza steps up. Pulls out your lute, your lyre. What do you got?
I believe it's a lute.
Pulls out your lute. All right, Deraza, you've got the floor.
Hey, my first song tonight is going to be Reignite, which is about not giving up in the face of adversity. It's fairly slow, but it's very powerful.
Is that the song I'm thinking of?
It is exactly the song you're thinking of.
Okay.
This is a Mass Effect fucking fan fiction. What do you expect me to do?
I love that. I love her, by the way.
Okay, so my performance roll.
Ooh, they're really liking this.
Can I stand on my chair and clap really loud?
Yes.
Woo!
Okay.
Yes.
What's up next?
The next song is a little bit more upbeat, a little bit lighter. It's called One of Us, and it's about a lady knight describing the first time she saw another lady knight fight, which inspired her to become a fighter.
Okay.
Oh.
Ooh, they're not liking this. Okay.
I'm cheering anyway.
They kind of thought that the audience kind of thought that you were gonna kind of build on the experience, but that's okay. Keep moving. What's the next song in your set?
Third song for this set is called Battle Raven, which in this context is going to be about a paladin of the Raven Queen preparing for battle.
Nice. It gets everybody up on. You know what?
I got them back.
There are a
Got them
few
back on my
cheers.
side.
You've got the audience back on your side.
1 point more.
Jean,
I think it's 1 point more.
one more round. One more set. Let's
49,
go.
I have 48.
Yes. Yep.
Hello? Did we lose me?
Well thought.
We did lose me. Okay, hold on.
So,
I think the real winner here is Art.
Yes.
Did we lose me? Are we good?
Yeah, we got you back.
All
We
right.
did lose you though.
Okay. So, what was the last thing you heard from me?
You ceded the floor to Daraza. That's it.
Oh, so you didn't hear any of the audience reactions.
I
Oh,
heard
yeah.
the audience reaction.
Audience reactions, yes. Yes, we
Yeah,
did hear those.
Okay.
After I rolled my last performance check, we didn't hear anything from.
Okay.
Great.
The audience really loved it. They're back on your side.
Yay!
All right, Jean, let's get your second set going.
Normal or how you want to do this? Normal roll?
Normal rolls.
Let's see. Sure I'm clicking the right one. For my first song in my second set, I like to call this little ditty Halfling Dancer.
Throwing shade. Oh my god.
The audience is a little confused. They're not entirely certain what to make of it, but they're okay with it. Just keep going now.
Second one is probably a little more catchy. I like to call this one Aether Drive Lad.
Topical. All right. They're on board with this one though. At the chorus, you see people kind of like clasping each other's shoulders and swaying.
It's very much a bar song, a pub song, I think.
All right. Let's go with your final song of the set.
Elton Brooks ballad. It's about my home. It's a little personal.
Oh,
Ooh.
nice.
There is not a dry eye in the tavern. And unfortunately, what this means for Daraza's second set is that she's going to have to do her performance rolls at disadvantage now. Because the audience is really loving John right now. You're going to have to fight really hard to win him back.
Oh dear.
Menelil is resentful about all of the tears she shed. No offense, she's just rooting for her friend.
No.
Damn you for being talented!
I know.
All right. Daraza,
Talent's a curse.
let's win him back.
Okay, first song is The Maiden and the Selkie, which is a ballad. It's a race against time to find a sealskin coat before the stroke of midnight so that the Selkie does not die on land.
Okay.
But it has a happy ending, so hopefully that's...
Let's do it. They're unfortunately they're kind of still wishing that John was still on the stage, but you can keep going. You can get him back.
Okay, second song is going to be Cath and Dare by Silversea, which is a very kind of high-tempo piece about a man who falls in love with a woman and then she falls out of love with him.
All right. Ooh.
I think there's a bunch of misogynists at this bar. Frankly.
Give me one more. Keep it at disadvantage.
This is going to be the Fairy Queen. Devil went down to Georgia by way of Tamlin.
Tamlin.
And you know what? Just for that, make it a normal roll.
Breaking out the big guns now. Oh no!
Oh!
Only Menelil likes Tamlin here.
The crowd is kind of chanting Jean's name right now. But you know what? You guys get one more chance. Sudden death, lightning elimination.
Hey,
Ooh.
do I eliminate people?
No, but someone has cast Minor Illusion to have a thunderclap right above the stage as the barkeep says, "Sudden death, lightning elimination." All right, you guys have one more chance. Now the audience is kind of has an idea of who they like right now, so you got to pull out all the stops. You guys are all pulling as best as you can. You each get one more round, one more set of 3 songs each. It's going to be harder for Duraza to win them back, but both of you make your rolls with advantage, because
All right.
this is where it all comes out. Got the A game going on right now. Jean.
2 bards enter, 1 bard leaves.
For my first number, it's a little traveling song, upbeat, something you can really sing to. I call it Farewell, Golden Cobbled Lane.
Loving it. Let's keep going. Keep this Philadelphia train freedom going. I don't know.
Next one, it's kind of peppy. You know, it's a little bit upbeat. Something to really tap your feet to. Called Border Town Ballad.
Going well. All right.
And for my last one, this is an uplifting song that I have a personal connection to this. It's called Circle of Vitality.
All right. Well, they really loved your set. Duraza, can you pull this off? You're gonna fucking try. Come on. Yeah, no. No, I want to hear that with conviction. Can you pull this off?
Which? Yes.
When your name is announced, Menelil once more stands on top of her, screams and claps. I can't do inspiration technically, but I can try.
All right, Duraza, your final set.
Okay, final set. First song is The Mermaid, which is a sort of upbeat, fairly silly song about a mermaid a man who falls in love with a mermaid and then falls in love with her sister.
All right, they're coming back around.
Second song is called Changeling Child, about a woman who asks the fairies for a baby and gets exactly what she asked for.
They're a little confused about the inherent message of that song. The imagery is nice, the beat is nice, but they're not entirely certain what it's about.
And then the last song is going to be A Health to the Company, which is very kind of... And this is the chorus where everybody joins in.
The chorus, everybody joins in. All right. Let's Tavern Keeper comes back out after that just fantastic array of performances, and I think we can all agree that those were some pretty great songs. So let's hear it, he shouts to the audience, for Daraza. And there's a good amount of cheering, mostly from
Lil standing on her chair.
Menelil, Ice, everybody that came in with her, but there's other cheering there. And who here votes for Jean of Eltenbrook? And there's a standing ovation.
Menelil claps begrudgingly.
Conrad does not clap.
The winner of this month's Battle of the Bards is Jean of Eltenbrook, with second place Daraza. Thank you, and have a wonderful evening.
I applaud in John's direction.
Alright, for the record, I did set up the rules for this ahead of time, so it was fair.
We know.
This was entirely based on audience reaction. So the tavern keeper comes up with a sack of gold and gives it to Jean and says, "Talk to me later tonight. I've got something that you might want to hear." And then he walks up to you, Daraza. He walks up to you, Daraza, and says, "That was a wonderful, wonderful performance. I've never heard some of those songs."
Well, that's always the fun of these, is hearing things you've never heard before.
I would be more than happy to have you back anytime. And honestly, if that one over there hadn't played what she had played, I think you would have walked out with everything. So I got a little something for you, too.
Oh?
Runner's-up prize. And he pulls out a second satchel, which looks like he was prepared to give that to you anyway. And inside is 500 gold.
Oh.
And he
You're
says,
a generous barkeeper.
"You strike me as somebody who might be interested in a little story I picked up the other day." And he
I do
motions
love
you.
stories.
And he motions you towards the bar.
I will follow him.
All right. Anybody else coming with, or is it just Daraza?
I'm
No,
gonna
I'm,
follow Daraza, but as we're walking, I'm gonna kind of lean in. I can light nail for you if you want.
No. We
I'm,
do not begrudge people their audience reactions.
See, you can't, because that would be petty, because you were competing. But I can.
I don't need you to be petty on my behalf. I'm perfectly
Okay.
capable of being petty when the situation warrants it.
Okay.
John's still
Daraza's.
John's still sitting around the harpsichord, by the way. I mean, she's right
I'm
there.
also-
Just kind of tapping out a little song. I call this a little song called "I Strive to Be a Bardic Youth." Just kind of, playing it a little bit in the background.
In the back of the crowd, somebody shouts out, "Play the Lich is back!"
I would imagine there's a sort of throng of admirers around the harpsichord at this point.
A little bit.
Sort of starting up a mosh pit.
As much as you can start up a mosh pit around a harpsichord, I guess. But
Sufficiently
Where there's a will,
motivated
there's a
washers.
So who else is coming up to the?
I'm following Daraza
I'm on
unless
the-
she doesn't want me to.
No, I'm quite happy for my friends to come with me. You're all my
I'm
friends
on
now. It's
Daraza's
the-
other shoulder, slightly shaking my head at Menelil's suggestions. Laying
only offered.
rather giant metal-clad hand on her shoulder, in sort of comfort of, yeah, you did a good job. It was good.
It was beautiful.
Well played, DeRosa.
Thank you. And I got to hear some new songs.
Which is always useful.
Metal is just slowly coming to the realization that all are much nicer than she is.
So,
Tell you what, man. When later on, I'll let you fight on my behalf. How's that sound?
I mean, sure. I'm just a grouchy Hufflepuff. It's
We will find you someone to beat up unnecessarily later. I promise.
hang on, my computer just.
Adam,
Yo.
you are very, very soft. Is your microphone working as it should?
Because my microphone was swayed up because I had to use the bathroom.
Right.
which we probably didn't want to hear that.
Well, he told us.
Yeah. No.
The actual going to the bathroom.
Right.
So. All right. So Mental is waiting. Her computer's having issues.
It did a weird thing, but it seems to be doing okay now.
Okay. So, bartender leans down and addresses the rest of you and says, "So, I hear tell that there is over in Stone's Throw somebody who knows where I heard of something called a keystone. And this one, now all of you give me a history check.
Alrighty. Well, nope, I know nothing.
All right. Ice,
This isn't my area of the world.
Ice, you've heard the word keystone, but you don't necessarily know what it means. But you have heard it. Duraza,
I've been drinking.
Duraza, you've heard of keystones. And keystones is in plural. Not much is known about the keystones. But you do know that they are pretty significant artifacts. And they all have different properties. Give me one more history check, just because there's one more thing I want to see if you know.
Everybody or just Duraza?
Just Duraza.
Nope.
Okay. You've never heard of keystones in any other context other than some mythical fabled treasure. And to be honest, people don't really believe that they exist.
I asked the bartender whether his source said anything about what this particular keystone does.
Well, that's actually why I saved this one for you. You looks like someone who might actually be interested in it. There is a tale of a musical instrument that could pierce the fabric of reality and mend it together. Now, whether that's actually true, there's who knows. But fables start for a reason.
Mm.
Legends are legendary because people talk about them, and people talk about them because there's some sort of grain of truth in that. Now, this is a lead. Can't say where it goes. Can't say if you're going to follow it. Can't say if anything will happen if you do follow it. Can't even tell you if it's going to pan out. But I think it's information that performance certainly earned.
Thank you very much. If nothing else, there's probably an interesting story out of it.
And that's, honestly, if all there is that you come back with a song about something that happened, that'll be more than worth the price of admission.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much. That is indeed something that I am very interested to hear.
And thank you. Once again, more than welcome, and come back for the next one.
Thank you.
Emotions.
And I announce that to anybody who's still sober enough to hear that the next round of drinks is on me.
Hey!
Woo! I turn back to the bartender and double check if our rooms are indeed booked.
For that performance, any room on the house.
Sweet.
I turn and ask the bartender if this is where people use.
You cut out.
Oh, I was asking him if this was where people usually stayed. Signal if they were visiting.
Well, I mean, there's a fair few, but this is, as you can see, one of the more popular destinations.
Do you have any traveling scholars in like the last 3 weeks?
Yeah, actually. I mean, most people come in town for university, but there was one. He was twitchy.
Twitchy.
Definitely remembered him because I wasn't sure whether to throw him out.
Could you describe this person who I'm sure had the perfectly legitimate reason for being twitchy?
He looks like a sky elf.
Pardon? Just any sky elf?
Well, I didn't really ask his name, but he was tall, blonde, twitchy, and he had a... I don't know how to describe it. It looked like a book, but...
It looked like a book?
It spoke. Like, Sasha was on duty. Sasha over here was on duty. He
Sasha!
gestures over to the waitress. Hello?
Hi, Sasha.
Hello!
2-3 weeks ago, tall, blonde, sky elf apparently had a talking book.
Oh, that guy! Yes. He didn't tip. Not very happy.
That doesn't sound like him.
Well, he looks scared. Maybe he forgot. I don't know, but... It was really weird. So, he was sitting over there. Mm-hmm. She gestured over towards just a random table.
Mm-hmm.
And he had a drink, but he didn't really drink much of it. He didn't tip for it, obviously. But he was sitting there with a book, and it was open. But the pages didn't look like paper. They looked like leather.
Oh, no.
And I walked past, and there was a hissing noise coming from it.
I am way too genre savvy for this. Did the hissing just like cat hissing or like word hissing or like
Oh, I didn't pay much attention.
kettle hissing?
I mean, it made different sounds. I don't know what it all meant, but it was like I couldn't really describe it. It really creeped
when
me
was
out.
this?
It did. Oh, this was about 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. Do you know which room he stayed in?
think I do. She
Would
looks
the
over towards the
bartender-
bartender, and he pulls out a ledger.
Okay. I'm gonna go back and look at the ledger if they'll let me.
Normally I'm not supposed to do
But
this.
I'm going to tip the waitress a silver because apparently she was gypped.
Oh, thank you, miss. And the bartender says, "No, normally I'm not really supposed to do this. It's kind of confidentiality here, but
Please.
tell you what."
I really think that I would like to stay in that room.
Yes. That's what she's going for, yeah. I just really... That room would be amazing if I could just stay there. You don't even have to, like, show me the ledger, even as she's, like, discreetly trying to eye the ledger.
Give me a persuasion roll.
Okay.
I can use my newfound sway to help. Oh no, you don't even need my help. That's cool.
I'm batting my eyelashes at him just a little, like super hot, but like big eyes, like that, and like, oh please.
Full on Disney princess.
Yes.
All right.
What could I possibly, ulterior motive, possibly have? I am a Disney princess.
Well, all right. If you can find this chap's name, you can take the room he was in. And he holds
Thank
out.
you.
He flips back in the ledger to about that date.
Cool. I'm gonna
And
look through the ledger.
You see his name.
Cool.
You see his
Which room?
Room 12.
Room 12. I would like to rent room 12 for the night. Please.
The bartender hands you a set of keys.
Thank you. How much?
For that performance on the house. He knows
I'm
you're
gonna
all
tip
together.
him a silver.
All right.
Me and my friends.
Well, thank you, ma'am.
Stay for free.
And how many silver go into a gold? I'm sorry, you
10.
told 10? Okay, so
Because Whitefall uses a somewhat sensible system.
It's 7 coppers.
Okay.
It's 7 silver to a gold, 13 coppers to a silver. No.
Okay. So that's me.
So this 2 weeks ago seems an awfully similar amount of time to the 2 weeks ago that we all apparently got nabbed.
Doesn't it?
Yeah. And apparently he has a sentient diary that speaks parcel tongue, which is amazing.
Yes. This is upsetting on so many levels. Also, he didn't tip, which is really weird.
So that's
This
the
is
real
how you
crime
know
here.
that he's evil now.
This is how I know that something is happening. Okay? We don't know he's evil. We just know he's missing.
The
And
effects
has a
may be
parcel tongue
reversible.
talking book.
Jean, you okay over there? Did we lose Jean? I think we lost John.
I don't know.
Okay.
While all this is going on with the book, I'm going to look around and see if there's any sailors or naval personnel drinking on leave.
Sure.
That'd be investigation, or
No, I mean, you glance around. You don't.
She says Discord crashed on her.
Oh, okay. Tell you, yeah. Make an investigation roll. Or no. Perception.
no, I don't.
You're very drunk right now, it's fine.
If there are any, they don't look the part.
That's fine. I was just like looking for like a rating or something that might be from Drakengard that I can get some news from, but that's fine.
You don't see anybody with the Drakengard insignia.
Bunch of unpatriarchal louts.
No, to be fair, you're not anywhere near Drakengard.
Bunch of unpatriarchal louts.
All right.
Okay, so while we've got the party still together, I want to turn in early for the night, but tomorrow I want to head out to a temple that Menelil and I found to take my oath as a paladin. It would require at least one witness. Menelil has helpfully offered to be that witness, but I would be honored if you would join me. Any of you would join me.
Would you mind opening the window?
That sounds awesome.
Oh, you did? Okay, we just need a breeze.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll set up the fan later. Does anybody else need to do anything for the evening?
I was gonna go stop by college, student affairs, etc. If anyone wants to come with me, unless you think it's closed.
See if you
Would
can...
I know whether it was closed?
Um,
I'm assuming Battle of the Bands took a while, or Bards.
it is late evening or mid evening now. You could try.
Would I be able to know? Would there be hours written in the tourist manual, or would the barkeep know?
Not of specifically the different departments of the university.
Gotcha. Can I ask the barkeep if he knows anything about like student enrollment or student affairs, or how the administration of the college works and when they're likely to be open?
Oh yeah, there's I mean, there's that big building over by the university. It's where all the administration happens. Can't miss it.
Lovely. Do you know its hours, maybe?
No. I'm sure they have it on the outside of the building, though.
Thank you. Would anyone like to come with me to check it out?
I'll tag along with Menelil.
Okay.
I'll go upstairs and
I look at Conrad and say, "You keep her out of trouble."
I can only promise to try.
That will have to do then.
I haven't lightninged someone in days, okay? Well, like, one day. It's fine.
Literally hours.
You
Whatever.
lightninged someone earlier today, man.
Whatever. For me, this is restraint. Let's go.
Hey, Jean, you back? Jean? There you are.
Yay!
Yeah, because I disconnected and connected again, and then I could only hear Adam, and then I couldn't hear anyone, so I tried disconnecting and connecting again, because it seems like Discord's having a few issues, just, one or two.
Sorry about that. So,
No, it's okay.
Is there anything that you wanted to do in the tavern before we move on?
Pardon? Oh, sorry, I had to get a drink.
Oh, I was talking to Jean.
No, that's okay. The free drinks, I think I'm going to happily take part in those free drinks and wave kindly over there and let them get on to their business.
Okay.
I would like to do duet with Jean, just as kind of like thank you and good night type thing.
Nice.
Much nicer people than me.
There's a little song we could sing together. It's called Pub at the End of the Street.
That sounds good.
All right. Taraza Ripsai and Jean of Elpenbrook.
I'll be talking about this performance for ages.
All right, both
Yes.
of you, give me a performance roll with advantage.
Nice.
And John?
Do the music again?
There you go.
Oh, three. Oh,
Yes!
Oh, wow.
oh, sure. That's every time. It's fine.
Ice's grin stretches from ear to ear as far as the eye can see, which isn't very far given the helmet, but still.
You just have like this bar of teeth, and the rest of it's just behind the.
For years afterwards, the people of Signal say that there was this one night, one Battle of the Bards, and they're always pretty great, but this one Battle of the Bards, it was just, man, you just had to be there. You just had to be there. All right. So, John, you're tinkering away at the harpsichord and enjoying your free drinks for the rest of the night?
Pretty much, just churning out one after the other.
Okay.
Maybe using a little bit of magic to make things sparkly, and and when I get a little slurry, say, the Eltons, my family, I'm their favorite Jeanne. I'm the Jeanne of the Eltons. I'm selling it really hard, I can't tell if anyone's picked up on it.
We did.
Okay,
We got it.
So fine, I was like, does
I'm
anybody
not happy about it, but I got
It's
it.
funnier the more you stress it.
That was that was so worth it. I tell you what.
Yeah. Because I was sitting here I can hear them snickering, but I don't know if it's because I'm being really, really hammy right now, or if they're all getting the joke. So.
Nobody wants to be the first one to break.
Oh, that was great. All right.
Yeah, it was fun.
So, Sabra, feel free to hang out for the rest of the evening if you want. Or for the rest of the session is what I meant. Menelil and Conrad, you're having you're heading over to the student union.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I guess so. Yes.
And I'm just kind of making small talk as we're walking. So, Menelil, where did you say you were from again?
That is an excellent question. I can't remember the name. Where did I write that down?
Where did you write that down? Did you write that down?
I'm not actually sure I did.
Let
we
me
have
double
formed
check,
the
because if
entire
not, I've got
90s
something, but I want to see if you have it first.
of this nation, but we didn't name it.
I have a cousin
Hey.
from East Coast.
Stormcrest.
What's the name? Stormcrest. Thank you. I'm from Stormcrest.
I've been there a couple of times on duty.
Have you?
Seems like a nice place.
Stormcrest, from what you
I like it.
have seen of it, Conrad, Stormcrest is towards the lower end of the central traverse. One of the continental platforms that's closest to the lower storm barrier, and as such has a lot of turbulent weather. It's sort of almost tropical in terms of think of a an elven city in trees, but instead of deciduous trees, they're palm trees. So giant ass palm trees with elven structures in them.
We have a thriving surfer dude culture.
There actually is a sport that we came up with that is like wakeboarding, but for the storm barrier. Where a shuttle drags you on a levitating platform, and you're basically cloud surfing. It's extremely dangerous because if you fall into the storm barrier, obviously you die. But it's like the most extreme of extreme sports.
It's big.
Yeah.
I'm from Stormcrest.
It's a lovely place. It's a bit stormy and wet for my taste, but I'm from Drakengard. I think everywhere is like that.
I mean, it's always wet, whether it's storming or not. The humidity. It's not a dry heat.
That's really what gets you, though.
So you reach the student services building of the university, and it is closed for the evening, but there is a light on. So it looks like there are some people inside.
Can I knock? I mean, is the door unlocked, or is it like...
You can knock.
Knock, knock, knock. 2 shades and a haircut.
At some point shortly after, somebody, a small, smaller human, older woman, shows up, opens the door, says, "Yes."
Hello, I'm Menelil. I heard that there was this... Well, first of all, how are you doing tonight?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
I've been better, my friend. Anyway, not the point.
Oh, yes, dear.
I-
Would you like some tea?
Sure.
All right, I
Thank
forgot
you
some
so
tea.
much
You know,
for
my
your
grandson
hospitality.
never shows up, and I always have tea set out for him. He always says
God,
he'll visit
I
me
feel
at
so
work.
terrible for what I'm about to do. Okay.
Conrad has never refused tea in his life, and he's not about to
Same.
start now.
Menelil just kind of goes on in. Thank you.
The old woman shows you inside to a waiting area, and she hands you a piping hot cup of tea. The mug is ceramic, and it
I down
has a picture of a cat on it.
I just down it.
Oh my. Would you like some more tea, dearie?
Please, it's quite delicious.
Oh, yes, dear, thank you. Are you a student here?
Maybe. I'm considering it. I was wondering, though, I ran into this one at the library, I guess just a couple of weeks ago. Her name's Susan. She mentioned what a prestigious program you have here, and I was just wondering, I can't seem to get a hold of her again. And the library says she's not going to be back for maybe a week. I was just wondering if I could get in contact with her somehow.
Oh, yes, Susan. I know Susan. Would you like some more tea, dearie?
I down my cup and say, sure.
Yes.
Conrad's just kind of looking on, slowly sipping his tea, and he's just like, "Oh, please don't let this go as bad as I think it's going to go."
I know Susan.
Can I answer my question?
Lovely, lovely girl.
Oh, yes. Super great.
Conrad's the only sane person in the...
What is it you said you needed from her?
I'm just trying to get in contact with her. If you
I
would like
can-
to maybe...
I can take a
Deliver a note.
message.
Certainly. That would be wonderful.
All right. Would you like to write it down? She hands you a
Sure,
pad of
you know-
paper.
Damn it, I was going to ask her to go get some. Okay.
Oh,
do you
she's
have a-
prepared.
Quill, by any chance?
Yes, actually, right here. She goes over to the desk and takes a quill and an inkwell and hands it
Thank
to
you so much. I am gonna write a note that's basically to the effect of, Susan, I'm not sure if you remember me, but we do have a mutual acquaintance in the form of, and I mentioned Danon's name just to see what happens, I guess. And I was wondering if you could meet me. What's the name of the tavern?
The Reaching Rock.
The Reaching Rock. Meet me at the Reaching Rock Tavern anytime. I'm going to assume that Isis thing will take at least half a day. Or the next morning. That would be wonderful.
Yeah.
And I'm going to sign it with my full name and title, God damn it.
Which also takes up half the page.
It does. And then I'm going to fold it up and hand it over.
Conrad saying her full title is instantly a little bit more respectful to her because he was raised to respect royalty.
And I am in fact royalty.
Well,
As Conrad now knows.
I will put this in her mailbox. She usually checks it every couple days.
Oh. God damn it. Okay, thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. It's so nice.
I'm gonna
Would you like
sit there
some
with my
tea?
mug. Sure.
You
We're
know,
going to be here all night drinking tea.
you remind me of my granddaughter.
Oh, do I? That's such a compliment. Is she as beautiful as you are?
Oh, you.
Me.
After another mug of tea, Conrad is going to check his pocket watch and gently remind Menelil that we have a very pressing engagement. And thank you so much, madam, for the tea, but we really must be on.
Of course. Have a wonderful night.
Thank you. Oh, how late are you stuck here tonight?
Oh,
Maybe you get to go home.
I am so sorry, Madam Little, but we really do must be on. I am so sorry to interrupt.
I just want to know when she's going home.
God, stop robbing the old lady.
You have a good night, dearie.
Ah,
She closes the door after you.
I had
Sweet
plans.
zombie kittens woman, what are you trying to do?
I'm just trying to find out Susan's last name and location. That's all.
You were trying to rob an old woman.
No, I wasn't going to rob her. I was just going to look at the records that might be in the hall and figure out where Susan was. I was being creepy, but not a burglar.
What kind of royal are you, woman? You're supposed
I'm
to rob
looking
with
for
taxes,
someone,
not
and
yourself.
sometimes you just have to get shit done.
I do believe we have identified our token evil party member.
Not evil. I'm just driven. Sort of.
More is the correct term.
Who are you even trying to find?
My boyfriend went missing, and I'm kind of upset about it.
How long ago did he go missing?
I don't remember. I'd have to look over my whole conversation. Was it a year ago, Kay?
Couple months.
Couple months. A few
Did
months
he
ago.
say he was going somewhere, or?
Well, he left with a delegation, and then, well, technically the entire delegation disappeared, but I obviously have a personal stake in one of them, and he's the one I know best, so theoretically he's the one I can track down best.
Oh, okay, I mean, that's certainly a noble goal. I'm just...
Thank you.
Maybe don't rob people in pursuit of that goal, is where I'm
I'm
going
not
with
robbing
this.
people! How often do I have to say this? I just need some information.
This is so great. This is going better than I ever thought.
And the thing is, OOC, I'm usually the one in Mental's place right now.
I have a goal!
I'm pushing everybody outside their comfort zone. It is glorious.
I'm usually the amoral murder hobo in these groups.
I'm not a murder hobo, but yeah.
She's far too rich
I
to be
am
a hobo.
Good person,
You're a
so
manslaughter
I'm having
vagrant.
fun.
No. When you're rich, you're on sabbatical.
Yeah,
And you're not crazy, you're eccentric.
totally. With lightning. I'm part dragon. What do you want from me, man?
I'm just... Honestly, the reason I went out of character is like, I'm half convinced you're going to get mugged, and I'm trying to save some poor mugger's life.
Oh no, something happened on the way back. Oh god, is the mugger okay?
How many people did Menelil kill this time?
Look, I think I might have the lowest
Everything is on
kill count.
fire.
No, just lightning.
Lightning causes fire.
Kevin wouldn't let me do that one time, so I'm just going with it. But it's just lightning thing.
If things are like covered in oil or, there's some kind of accelerant, then we can have fires.
Or it's a forest.
So basically, I want to look around the perimeter of the building.
Oh god.
Of the student union?
Yes.
Oh my... I'm just gonna follow her.
Alright, at this time of night, make a stealth check.
Okay. And I'm going to kind of murmur quietly to Conrad. I'm like, so, I assume, as a military person, you've had some experience with this?
Okay,
Well,
you don't get caught
usually-
being creepy at night around the student union.
Good.
Now make...
Well, normally I'm on a ship commanding other ones to fire big cannons at things, but I can be subtle.
Well, normally, I'm in a palace getting... We can't
Mel,
all
you
be
cut out.
normal right now.
It cut out
Are you
in the
in a
most
palace meeting?
hilarious place, by the way.
What?
You cut out in the most hilarious place. Normally, I'm in a palace getting...
Am I cut out? are we just gonna play that as me getting cut off by a?
No, I need to hear that.
Oh, I was gonna say getting yelled at by my mother for not having a real.
That could have gone so many other ways.
We come from very different worlds,
All
you
right.
and I.
Before
Clearly.
you make an investigation roll, what are you looking for on the outside of the building?
I'm just casing the joint.
For what?
I'm trying to figure out if I can, if anyone else is there, or if I can like sneak in, or if there's like a whole lot of magical traps. I just want to be very thorough.
Okay, give me
They
an
teach you this in princess school, do they?
You'd be
You know
surprised.
my life.
Give me an investigation roll.
Fuck.
Congratulations,
no.
you have determined that it is a building. It is a large building.
Can I Arcana check for magic traps?
It is. I kind of wanted you to roll with that one, but go ahead.
I mean, that's fine. I will if you want me to. I just figured that would be more like looking to see if anybody was there and so on and so forth.
I would like a perception check to see if anyone's noticing us case this building.
Your stealth checks covered that.
Okay.
You guys don't get caught being weird. Go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Okay. Not that it really will help me, probably, but yeah, no.
You can tell that there are wards similar to the kind of wards that are placed around most schools.
Fuck. Okay. Well, I mean, to be honest, I'll come back another day, I guess.
I'm sure you will.
I'm gonna go back to my room that used to be.
Would you like me to go to
Sadly.
the? Would you like me to go on the other side of the tracks and find you some thieves tools, maybe some lock picks, maybe a nice little mask to go over your eyes? Would you like that, Menelil?
No. I kind of
Maybe
like my
maybe a
face
large
the way it is
sack
when
that
it's
has
not
money
covered.
written on it.
Pardon?
Maybe a large sack that has money written on it.
I don't know why you keep talking to me like I'm being obvious of this to other people. It's just you. I'm very stealthy.
And I'm giving you shit for trying to commit robbery.
I'm not robbing! I just want to go in, read a piece of paper, and leave.
And everyone who has ever committed robbery has said exactly that. Oh, I wasn't robbing. I was just dusting.
Okay, but I'm actually telling the truth, so... You can roll insight if you want, man.
You know what? Let's just go back home and get drunk.
No. I want you to roll insight. I want to see how this plans out. I want to see how far this will go.
7.
I am the most honest human being you have ever met, and it doesn't matter that I'm not.
I would like you to roll persuasion.
Are you sure?
Okay.
Yeah. Don't challenge the
Okay,
person with wisdom
fine.
coming out
Seems
of
legit.
Conrad, you begrudgingly take her at face value.
Okay, fine. You just want to read a piece
It
of
helps
paper.
that I actually am telling the
Now
truth.
you think now you just think that she's really weird.
I already thought that.
Yeah, but now it's not. Now that's the only thing that you think. You don't think she's
Weird,
being
not a
creepy. You
felon.
just think you don't think she's got some weird ulterior motive. Now you're just entirely certain she's just weird.
Royalty, man.
Fucking
Okay.
princesses, am I right?
Somebody get this walking carpet out of my face.
All right,
guess
so you
we'll
make your
go
way back
home.
to the tavern,
Yep.
Yes.
and you guys make it back to whatever rooms that you feel comfortable divvying out how you want. Menelil's room
Can
is
I look
the
around
one-
my room?
You can look
I
around
mean,
your
it's
room.
been 2 weeks. Other people have probably stayed here, but
Because of that, I'm gonna
gotta
have you roll disadvantage. I was gonna do that anyway, but I'm gonna have you roll disadvantage because it's been 2 weeks
Yeah.
and it's
is it
been
investigation?
cleaned. Investigation at disadvantage.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't find anything.
Yeah. Actually, can I walk down to the barkeep and, like, is there lost and found? Did he leave anything, maybe?
Anything that would have been found has been pawned by now.
You guys don't have a very good policy with keeping stuff, but I respect that. Okay, I respect.
If somebody leaves
I'll
their
go back.
shit, they're gonna sell it and try to, especially if they don't tip, they're gonna sell
That's
it and try to
fair.
recoup
They're not
whatever
tipping.
they can.
Especially since
In my
this
hotel, we have to
economy
keep things
apparently has
for a
tipping.
year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tipped back. But yeah, no, my hotel we have to keep things for a year. So, fool me for expecting the barkeep to do the same thing.
It's like, no, you leave it. Fuck it, it's ours now.
All right, everybody, make sure to check your rooms really thoroughly before. Sure, you don't just forget something.
We good for the night?
Yeah.
All right.
Do I know where everybody is?
You guys arrange, like, you guys all like say, okay, bye, this one's mine, I'm over here, bye, good night. The kind of awkward, like, okay, good night.
Yeah. And was everybody gonna come to the ceremony?
Yep.
All right, Ice wakes you guys up all before dawn.
Bugger.
Metalil's already up.
You can decide how you feel about that, yeah.
I'm not okay with this.
We'll get some coffee from the donut shop. It'll be fine.
Is it
I am
possible that you
disgustingly
could?
chipper.
Is it possible that you could pledge allegiance to a god that gets going about 11:45?
No, sorry, it's dawn or nothing.
That is very inconsiderate theology.
Theology generally isn't considerate, and you know it.
If it
They
wasn't
worship
a
the Raven
sacrifice,
man.
Like
I know better
this.
than to expect anything to be convenient.
if it wasn't a sacrifice, it wouldn't be worship, it'd be a hobby. All right, so you guys make your way back to the abandoned cathedral before dawn. You time it like just right. You can see the sky lightening as you as you Menelo as you make your way into the cathedral, and dawn hasn't broken yet.
All right, let's do this.
Do you want me to make this visible to everybody?
Yeah, I'm handing it to Duraza. I want to go in with just my equipment.
All right,
I haven't memorized, so
I'm gonna make this
Let's do
visible to
this.
everybody.
Okay.
I go towards the altar and I get down on one knee, awaiting the first light of dawn.
Is there anything you need me to do? Or just watch?
Just watch. That's
Okay.
all for now. Thank you. Karen,
And
to the light.
Bouncing on her toes.
What's the question?
Menelil's kind of bouncing on her toes. Looking around.
What's the question?
Let me know when the light hits.
Okay. You're gonna wait until the first rays of dawn break before going?
First light of dawn. I
Okay.
stay here until that happens.
As you kneel, you contemplate in quiet reverence, and you just feel the quiet and the rummaging around of somebody behind you.
I'm bouncing, not rummaging.
No, I was talking about. No, you feel the quiet, and you feel just the not quite energy of the surrounding temple, but you just feel quiet at peace. There's the gentle rustling of the wind, which you can feel coming through the broken stained glass windows. And you open your eyes, Yeah. Thank you. Lore's making the... Lore's got the Foley going here. Alright. As you open your eyes, you see the sun just gently breaking past the edge of the surrounding buildings, and the first rays of dawn reach you.
Hi, Ray. What's up?
The world around me goes quiet. Everything fades out. I feel like I can hear the grass, the leaves growing as slowly as they are. I breathe in and I recite the oath. A new day dawns and my life begins. I am ice. I have no house, and on this day I pledge my life. I am beholden to no god. My path is my own. By this oath and those who came before me, I shall uphold the tenets of the ancients. I shall kindle the light. All can be redeemed. My sword strike the darkness that none may fear it. I shall shelter the light. None need fear me. My shield protect those whom the darkness would swallow. I shall be the light. I shall rejoice. My heart is my armor, shining and light. From this day until the end of days, I shall bring the light. This I swear.
And as you finish reciting your oath, you feel resolve. You feel a sense of purpose. What's your passive perception on your character sheet?
11. From memory. Yeah, 11.
You feel something, and you're not sure what. And then you hear footsteps from behind you.
I turn around.
There is an older gnome standing in the cathedral. None of you saw him appear. You heard the footsteps, but none of you were paying attention to him. You were all focused on ice. You were all looking at him. So you don't know if he walked up behind you or what. Those were some good words, Sonny. Some good words. They don't really mean much without action behind them.
Good morning. And who might you be?
I'm just a passing vagrant. I'm nobody in particular. I'm enjoying this place. Much as I'm sure you are.
It is a wonderful place, isn't it?
What is the point of light without the darkness to fight against? That I ask you. I mean, sure, it's really, really all well and good to say that you will uphold the values of the light, but what does that exactly mean? What does that mean, you with the shiny shield and the shiny sword and the shiny helmet? You whose kind have not stepped foot into a place such as this in many years?
It means that the world must care. The world, the people in it, must care about those who reside in this world.
Care about what?
Each other. Can't you see?
Oh, I see. But do you? What?
And why do you doubt that I do?
Do I doubt? No. I I pose a question. Maybe it's you who doubts. Do you doubt?
Of course I doubt.
Good.
Of course I doubt. Why wouldn't I doubt?
Doubt is good. Doubt keeps you moving.
Doubt keeps you real.
Yes.
If I don't doubt that I am good, then how could I become?
Now that is the important thing here. That is what you need to focus on, not swearing by the light. The light comes, the light goes, the light is of its own.
I do not swear by the light.
What do you swear by?
Me. I swear by me.
What do you know of balance?
What would you expect me to know?
I'm not asking. This isn't some sort of cryptic question. This is a simple question. What do you know?
When two forces act upon a fulcrum, the one with the larger weight given equal distance to the fulcrum pulls down harder.
That, unfortunately, is not full. That is not true balance. That is imbalance. And that is the world that we have today. If you are going to be focusing on the world, making it care, you must focus on making it balance. This world is shattered. You know it. I know it. You merely need to look outside and see.
I can look inside and see as well.
This wasn't a metaphor. I mean, look, we're on a floating island. I mean, come on. Has anybody ever even questioned that? No, because that's all you've ever known. Is that how the world is supposed to be? Maybe. Nobody knows, because that's how it always has been. Nobody thinks about it. Nobody cares. This world is shattered. You say you want to make it right.
Cares.
You say you want to make it right. Is that true?
I want to make it care. Yes.
Then pay attention. And remember my words. Ice of the light. Ice who hides in darkness.
What do you know?
I know quite a many things. You'll have to be more specific.
What do you know of my darkness?
It's not so much what I know. It's what you hide from everybody. Think upon that. And with that, he turns and he totters out of the room.
Who invited that guy?
Sir.
Well, that was infuriatingly cryptic.
Yeah.
As much as your oath filled you with resolve, that conversation with that old man filled you with questions, and questions that you feel are more important than the dismissive musings of the people around you. It stops and makes you think. What does it mean? Balance. The world is shattered. I mean, anybody can see that. You look outside.
There's the maelstrom.
There's the maelstrom. It's a landmark that anybody can see from any point in the world. Central to culture, central to everything. So, Ice. Follower of the ancients. Follower of the world. The world not as it is, but as it should be. What do you do next?
Thank you. Thank you for being here with me, for witnessing this. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anytime.
You feel?
Conrad snaps to parade rest and salutes.
With a slight clanking, Ice returns the salute.
It's not a slight clanking.
There is a non-trivial amount of clanking.
They could hear that all the way across the city.
Yeah, but it didn't last for very long.
Just a short clank.
Short clank. Right. I think I need to go and think on this for a while.
And as you leave the chapel in the center of the city, in the center of an abandoned section in the center of the city, the day breaks fully, and a new day dawns on the city of Signal. Each of you has a purpose. That purpose may be important to you personally. That purpose may be important to you professionally. But that purpose is there. And that purpose has reached more of a prominence, more of a meaning to you since you found the people surrounding you.
Y'all, I haven't ever really had friends. You know, I like it.
I've had crew, but I can't say that I've ever just traveled with anyone in this sense before. I kind of like it.
Yay! And I kind of grab people around the knee type area and just kind of hug them.
Watch the sword. Watch the sword. Don't hurt yourself.
Plate can lead to concussions. Hug carefully.
Pat her on the head, a little awkwardly.
I live.
So that was super
up.
weird, right? Like the
A
whole.
little bit weird. It was a little bit weird, yeah.
Yeah.
Where
gnome
did
guy.
that guy come from?
I don't know.
In my experience, religion is at least 40% weird all the time.
Are you a paladin of science, Ice?
Not a paladin of, merely an interest in.
Huh.
There is a balance. And there's a balance between knowing and observing and believing. And for me, I choose very strongly to believe in people.
Anybody want to go and know and observe the student union with me again?
I mean, we could maybe go back to the inn and check whether Susan has left you a message or anything.
She wouldn't until the afternoon, theoretically. I thought this would take longer, I'm going to be honest.
Speaking as a former student, if they get going at daybreak, they're doing it wrong. I suggest we get breakfast, enjoy the city, and then check back later.
Okay.
That
I'm
sounds
feeling
good.
pretty mellow after that.
Yeah, that was nice. Weird, but nice.
Does anybody have anything else that they want to do in the city?
Me.
I still need to check the bounty office.
Okay. You can do that now.
We can do that now.
Okay.
While he's doing that, I'd actually like to go back to the tavern and just kind of ask around, see if there's anything like a dueling club or or anything like that.
Okay. So you head back to the tavern, and you ask The innkeeper is just opening up for the morning. And he says, well, you're back early. Didn't think that you would be back so soon. What can I help you with?
Yes. Like I said, I'm new in town, and quite frankly, it's been a while. I know that a lot of ports have like a dueling club or like something similar. I know that they teach dueling at the university. Would you know just somewhere where people can meet and sharpen their skills? Anything like that?
There's a training ground just outside the city limits. I'm sure that there's somebody there that you could what's the term? Spar with.
Okay, I do appreciate that, and I tip him a couple of silver.
Okay.
Oh, and do you do breakfast here?
Do we do breakfast?
That's what I asked. Yes, do you do breakfast?
Yes, I do breakfast.
Fantastic. The house special, whatever would be the best. I leave myself in your hands, sir.
Oh, that's a dangerous thing.
I like to live dangerously.
All right.
And yet you wouldn't case a joint with me and go in.
After about half an hour of rummaging around in the kitchen, the innkeeper comes out with the largest plate of pancakes and bacon that you have ever seen.
You and I, sir, are going to be fast friends.
And he comes
I
back
thought
out,
fasting was the opposite of this.
and he comes out with practically a barrel full of hot coffee.
You, sir, you have found a friend for life.
He knows drunken sailors.
Yeah. Did you want to head over to the dueling grounds?
After I eat, yes.
Okay.
I'd like to break off and head to the library, but we don't have to do that right now if somebody else has something to do.
Okay.
I would like to eventually join Conrad at the dueling.
I'm actually going to go find Ice and see, because I got me a plan.
Oh boy.
Okay.
I'm gonna spend the day sightseeing. I'm just like, yeah, new place, awesome.
All right. So you guys head to the bounty office. Are you looking for something specific, or are you looking just to take on a bounty? What are you looking for?
I'm looking for bounties on any of the members of MA Company.
Ooh. Okay.
And any bounties for Alexander.
Let's take a look.
I'm going to take a wistful look and see if Terrace is on the board. I know he's not, but I would really like it if he was.
You can dream.
Okay. I'm going to.
I would really like it if he was. That would make this so much better.
Are we sure that Manilil's the nastiest one in the party?
I'm gonna do the special one here. Hold on.
I never said I was
My
nasty at all.
malice is reserved for like 3 people.
All right.
Hey, most of it's not malice unless they mess with my friends. Like, what do you want from me? I'm just a grouchy Hufflepuff.
Okay, Ice.
Mm-hmm.
You do not see any of the names of the MA Company or Alexander on the bounty list. You do see a bounty list, and there are bounties throughout the realm. For like, there are some local ones. There are some sent over from other kingdoms, other continents, but you don't see any names that you recognize.
All right. I don't want to take on a bounty. I just wanted to check on them.
Okay.
I will check as well. See if there's any maybe pirates that I recognize. Terrace. Anyone
Maybe
on
check
my
for
list.
us.
Give me a perception roll.
Maybe check for us because that would be awkward.
Damn it to hell and back.
You don't see any names you recognize either.
Well, worth a shot.
So, Conrad,
Yeah.
did you manage to find a dueling club?
I found a sparring ground, which I'm hoping is something similar.
That'd be interesting.
So you looking for people to fight, or do you want to fight each other?
Either or. What I was hoping to do is to, if we fight each other, to kind of encourage bets, and then whoever has the longest odds will win.
You were getting on me for burglary and fraud, man.
You do realize that the shield and the armor and the sword and the paladin, right?
Show me in your oath where it prevents someone from making a little bit of money off drunken people with swords.
To be
I'll
fair,
wait.
gambling
It says
is fully
specifically in the
legal
oath
in this
of the
continent.
agents.
You see, exactly.
Rigging your bets.
Who said anything about rigging bets? He didn't say rigging bets. Did you say rigging
Yes,
bets?
he did.
Oh, did he?
Yes, he
oh.
did.
Yes, he did.
Oh, well then, yeah, that is unethical.
It is unethical. I will fully admit that. On the other hand, I am broke. I need a lot of money. If we're going to get off this continent in anything like
I have money.
a reasonable time
Duraza
frame,
just won 500 gold.
Yeah, like I'm fucking.
that's Duraza's
loaded.
money. That's not Conrad money.
Conrad, I'm pretty
Who
sure
are the breadwinners here?
that we are good enough fighters to put together a spectacle that people will want to pay to see, regardless of, whether or not we actually rig the bets.
You're probably right. We probably shouldn't make the people who are with the swords angry, I guess.
We don't want to make people with swords angry at us if we can at all help it. Now, if we
See,
can't
this is
help
why
it-
you're the paladin, and I'm just this is why you're the paladin, and I'm just the boat schmuck.
Let's go with
And a
that, shall
princess
we?
is an excuse.
Let's just go and see what's up at the dueling grounds.
Might as well. I've never met someone at a dueling ground yet that wasn't willing to make a bet, especially if it would appease their ego.
Okay.
I mean, I am one, and I have a pretty big ego.
So you make your way to the outside of the city, and well, not outside, but like the outskirts, and there looks to be, not exactly a sports arena, but like the kind of sporting ground that you'd see at like a high school, like just like dirt and bleachers and like the whole kind of informal. This is a thing that can be used for people to do, like a public park. There are a few people there, like, practicing. There's a standing army for the city, a city militia, and they're just kind of, like, look like they're doing warm-ups. A couple of people are sparring barefisted over on the side.
All right. Do we see anyone who's part of the organization, or is it all just people doing things?
It's people milling around doing things.
Well then, let's get, I just want to give them a show.
Yeah, let's.
All right, you guys setting any duel rules, or are you going all out?
Whoever says yield first.
All armor, all weapons, etc.
All armor, all weapons, no items, final destination.
No what?
It's a Smash Brothers joke.
Right. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't catch it. No items, just Fox final destination. We can do this.
Yep, there we go.
Okay. What I want you guys to do is roll initiative.
Ooh, that is Also, I didn't see my token, so.
No, that's
Yeah,
fine.
it's alright.
You guys are just next to each other. I don't actually have a space for you because I wasn't anticipating a.
We don't. Yeah.
Here,
it's
let me
fine.
throw something. Let me throw something really quick together. Hold on.
It's not needed. It's
Nah, it's fine. Here, hold on. Okay, let me see. Tokens. I need. Let's see. 1, 2. Are you guys, starting
Are you
out
guys
like
what?
right next to each other?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, not. We start within range.
Yeah. We're starting like it was like we're in melee on a battlefield.
Okay. This is just really quickly thrown together, so
That's fine.
Don't-
That's fine.
don't judge me here.
Oh, we're not. Okay.
Sorry, I hit the wrong thing.
Right. Okay. Out of character. On a hit, can I roll performance to do a really good flurry?
Now, see, you know what I'm about.
I'll allow it. Alright, I want... Conrad, you're up.
I'm going to draw my sword, take the duelist salute, and say "en garde" and attack.
Okay, give me an attack roll.
19 to hit.
20 AC.
No.
Fair enough.
All right.
Do you want to use a movement or any other bonus action?
Let's see. No, actually, I'm good. I'm
Okay.
just going to take like a that was a probing attack. It just the dueling salute, then went right into the thrust.
Okay.
And I'm going to counterattack. See what we can do.
23 to hit.
I'm actually going to use one of my superiority dice,
Ho-ho!
and I am going to parry.
New level 3 stuff. Awesome.
Your damage is reduced by 8.
Alright, roll your damage.
Nice.
Okay! Now we're getting somewhere.
That looked really cool.
The people around the sparring arena are kind of looking over at you. First off, because you're new faces they don't recognize, but with Conrad's neat sword work, they're like, "Huh, we gotta go take a look at this." So you've got an audience now. Ice, you're up.
No, I'm not.
That was his attack.
Oh, that was you. Well, you've got you've still got a movement and a bonus action if you want to use it.
Nope. I'm good.
All right, Conrad.
All right. Let's see. I'll do another attack. Ah, 7.
No. It just slides. The tip of your rapier just slides along the side of Ice's armor.
That armor's no joke. Fantastic craftsmanship.
It's wonderful, isn't it?
And
Now, would
because
you take a look at this sword?
And because of its metallic properties, it doesn't even leave a scratch.
Yep.
No movement, no anything. You guys just gonna stand there and just wail on each other?
I'm going to take a step back.
Okay.
Yep, just one step backwards, but I don't have control of my token.
You don't? Oh, hang on. Try that now.
Yep, I'll take one step back.
There we go. Okay.
Okay. I'm going to banter a bit, yell out, "Oh, you're not running away from me, are you?" Can I roll performance on that?
Yeah. Give me a performance roll. There's a couple snickers. People can tell that you're hamming it up. Alright. What else you
Right.
doing?
I'd like to move there and attack.
Okay. 22 to hit.
That does hit, but I will burn another superiority dice.
How many of those do you have left?
I have 2.
You have 2, so
After
you
this.
just used your last one.
No, I have 4. I started with 4. I've
You have
used
2
2
left. Okay.
Yes. Damage -4.
All right.
You catch Ice's sword with your rapier, and you deflect it away from the center of your mass, but it still manages to graze you on your side. So you take 4 damage.
Those swords are sharp, aren't they?
Wonderful, wonderful craftsmanship. Want
I
another
can
loot?
say. No. Would you like to see mine?
Bring it.
Oh, boys.
I don't know if
13 to hit. Dang it.
lightning everywhere.
Cannot roll
30
anything.
does not hit.
Cannot roll anything today. At this point, I'm just kind of I'm being deliberately flourishy. It looks fancier than it actually is.
Does that end your turn?
It does.
All right, Ice.
All right, I circle around just for effect, and I attack with my longsword.
Okay. 19 to hit.
I will use Defensive Duelist to bump my AC up to just barely miss it.
Nice. At this point, the crowd is starting to really kind of encircle the arena. You're starting to pull more people, and they're starting to cheer.
Then it's my turn.
All right, Ice or Conrad, one of you two, whatever your name is, Conrad.
You with the coat.
Conrad, you there?
Alright. I am going to take another flourish and another. I'm actually going to move around, kind of wheel around him a little bit and take another stab.
Okay.
$22.
That hits.
All right.
Nice.
And I will use another superiority dice
Oh.
to use disarming strike.
Ooh.
So my damage on this attack goes up by my superiority dice, which is a D8. So it goes up by 3. So 8, 9, 10. And also make a DC 13 strength check or lose your weapon.
Whoa. All right.
Okay, so that is...
That is a strength save.
Yep, strength
Then
save.
throws strength.
You
Good job.
manage to hold on to your weapon,
But you do take
that
10
looks
damage.
but you
Super
still do
cool.
take 10 damage, and that does look super cool.
He
We're
actually...
all beating each other unconscious.
He almost knocks my sword out of my hand, but I managed to roll it around my hand and catch it.
Nice. Give me a performance roll for that.
Yes.
That
Very nice.
That looks so cool. All right, Ice, you're up.
Oh, you already checked my hit points. Good.
Yeah, I'm keeping track of that.
Right. I'm going to use what was it, Divine Smite? Yeah, Divine Smite.
So that burns a spell slot.
Yep. Let's see, where do I have a counter for spell slots?
It should be on your spells page.
Oh, right. Spells, blah.
You add up all of your spell
Yeah.
slots together. And that's how many total spell slots you have.
Where is it? I can't see it.
Hang on, let me pull up your character sheet. Why is that not... No, that's why. Okay.
Oh, there we go. That's 3 of those. Yep.
So you have
Burn a
three...
spell slot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now,
Which spell
This
slot are
cost-
you using? Your second level spell slot?
I don't have any second level spell slots. I just have first level spell
You
slots.
only have first level spell slots. Okay.
I only have first level spell slots. So I burn a first level spell. This is a bonus action.
Okay.
And if it hits, it does radiant damage. For up to 1 minute. Sorry, in the next minute, as I hit, it does radiant damage.
And it deals extra radiant damage on top of your weapon damage.
Correct. And I can't remember what the was it 1d8?
It should say on your. Hold on, let me pull up the book.
D20 doesn't know it because it's an innate ability.
Hang on. Well, it goes
1d8.
automatically. Yeah, it goes automatically if your weapon attack hits. It's just bonus
I'm alive.
damage. Paladin. This is cleric.
The extra damage is 2d8 for a first level spell slot plus 1d8 for each level spell higher than that.
Okay,
Okay,
so
so
an extra
it's-
2d8 damage on
If
top
I
of
hit.
if you hit on top of your normal weapon damage.
Yep,
Is there a save for it, or is it just automatic?
it's automatic.
It's just if he
Divine
makes a hit, then it's
Smite,
done.
It's just extra damage.
can-
All right.
You
Yep.
can choose to do it also after you hit.
You can choose to do it
Divine
after you
Smite.
hit. You can say you can hit and then say you're also going to use Divine Smite on it. So
Right. So
it's not
longsword. Let's see what we got.
it doesn't actually burn the spell slot until you
Yeah.
hit.
Nope.
Nope.
Sorry, y'all, I'm fighting with my computer. If you hear any disgusting
That's okay.
thing, it is
Conrad,
because for
Conrad
some reason,
sidesteps out of the way of the slash.
All right.
thing has taken
But
over.
my sword is now glowing.
Your sword is now glowing.
That must be good when you need to find your keys at night.
Yeah, I'm gonna get back. I'm gonna go back to that 1 second. Just make sure I've got this all right. You also have. Did you add your Oath of the Ancients spells to your spell list?
I did.
Okay.
They are on my damage and attack list under the swords.
You've got Ensnaring Strike and Speak with Animals.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, they're in there.
So, okay. So you didn't actually burn your spell slot because you didn't hit.
I thought you burned the spell slot, and from that point on, your weapon
It's
gets
after you hit.
the effect.
It's,
No,
it's-
you-
no, it's when you hit, you can burn a spell slot to do extra damage. So it's
okay.
not it's not
Yeah.
a sustained effect.
Okay, cool. Oh, that was Searing Smite then, wasn't it?
That's Searing Smite, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, my bad.
So, okay.
Conrad,
Conrad,
show me what you
Conrad.
got.
I'm going to take another step around
Show
to
me
the
your
side
moves.
and another attack. $13.
That does not hit.
I'm going to use my action surge and attack again.
Ooh. You just only have one of those, right?
1 per short rest.
One per short rest. Okay.
Just flurry of attacks. They look impressive, but they're not getting past the armor. It's more to play the crowd than to actually hurt us.
Okay.
Right. I sidestep and move around him using my shield for cover while I do that maneuver,
Okay.
and then attack again.
That hits.
And that's where we get the Divine Smite.
Okay.
So do I click Longsword and I add 2d8 to that?
Did you put Divine Smite as a separate attack on your attack list?
I did not.
Okay, then then just first do your sword attack or sword damage,
That's sword damage.
and then just roll 2d8 manually.
That should be that. How do you do? Roll?
If you open up, you can either type /roll space 2d8, or you can open up the dice on the toolbar on the left side.
All right, there we go.
All right, so an extra 4 radiant damage. So you take 11 damage total. Do you have any, Conrad? Do you have anything that negates or reduces radiant damage?
Not at the moment.
Okay, so you take 11 damage. Let me go ahead and do that.
16.
And Conrad, you're up.
That blow hit across my coat and it hurt quite a bit, but I'm still up. I'm actually going to take a step back and just and enter a defensive stance. I'm taking the dodge action.
Dodge action, that adds what, +2 to your AC?
It puts his attacks at disadvantage until the beginning of my next turn.
Okay, so your next attack, Ice, is at disadvantage because he's using his action to dodge.
That was a dodge, not a disengage, was it? And he just moved out of range.
Yes, you do get an attack of opportunity.
You do get an attack of opportunity. Good job.
I would like to take one.
Take your attack of opportunity.
And that's a disadvantage?
That
not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, the opportunity of attack has to go first.
Because he didn't use his dodge action until after he moved.
Right. So that's a longsword attack roll, just a regular one?
Just a regular longsword attack roll.
Yep.
Does not hit.
All right.
Nice.
So now, since it's your turn again, it is your turn, and if you make an attack against him, it is at disadvantage.
Let's see. And the disadvantage is just this turn, right?
Is until his next turn. So this turn, unless he decides to make that action again.
Right.
Keep in mind, you've also got paladin spells.
Also,
yeah, I know.
If I'm dodging, I can't attack.
Yes.
Okay, let's see what we've got. I'm going to use a bonus action to cast Shield of Faith.
Ooh, what's that do?
For the next 10 minutes, I can grant a creature +2 AC.
Does that creature include yourself?
Yep.
It just says a creature.
Then
and
yes.
I am a creature.
Yes, it does.
So yeah, bonus action Shield of Faith.
Okay.
That burns a spell slot.
So now you're down to 1 spell slot left.
Yes. Let's see. Come on. There you go. 1 spell slot left. And I'm going to move in and attack him anyway. With an extra flurry. Can I roll performance for that?
Yes, you can.
That's performance. And
Okay.
that is my attack.
Just misses with disadvantage. And since you missed an attack, I will use Riposte, my last superiority dice ability,
Mm-hmm.
and I get an attack.
You get a counter attack. I love superiority dice. They're great.
Nope, doesn't hit.
AC of 22, you'd have to be pretty damn good to hit that.
That's pretty much a crit or nothing. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. See, that's what happens when you got heavy armor. You clank, but nothing can hit you.
Yeah, this is good. We like this.
All right.
That's all that happens when people hit you. You just clank.
You clank no matter what.
Conrad, this is now your real turn.
I am going to I'm going to sheath my sword and salute. Well fought, sir.
I salute with my sword in hand, flourish it into my sheath. Well fought, sir. Can I roll a performance for that?
Yes, you can.
I would like to roll performance as well.
Go for it.
Nice.
Yeah. I have a lot of blood on me, so that's kind of ruining the effect I was going for.
Yeah, you've got a cut on your arm. The crowd applauds, and people really enjoyed the show. That was really fun. So on that note, I think that's where we're going to end this today.
Can I slap Conrad on the back with the healing hands?
Yes.
With the lay on hands?
Yes, you can.
Right. I lay on hands 10 as I slap Conrad on the back.
10 points. All right.
Damn
I
decent
can't-
of you.
Talk to the librarian again.
We'll say that for the next round, because
Okay.
it's noon, and I think we gotta get going. So, but that'll be the first thing when we do next time. So thank you, everybody. I'm going to stop the recording here.